Hello, everyone. We are here with Eileen Hazel. The song that she shared for the See Others Glow project is called Beacon. Hello, Eileen.
Hi, Ruma. Thanks for having this conversation for me.
Absolutely, Eileen. Question one, what is community style singing to you?
Yeah, so to me, community singing at its best opens hearts and voices and brings everyone who participates into a feeling of joy, love, peace, and deep connection. It's inclusive and non-judgmental. The songs are typically easy to learn and teach, and so that the group can quickly move into singing together and really listening to each other. Um, It's really like it's an ancient practice, and at the same time, it's like a burgeoning movement that's kind of new at the same time. I've only recently discovered this. A lot of modern music is about focusing on the performer and the production and making us consumers of music rather than participants. So what I love about community singing is that we all get to be participants in the music and not just passive consumers, and we really get to co-create it.
Wow, that is actually very eye-opening and beautiful.
Mm, thank
What
you.
inspired you to join the See Others Glow project?
Yeah, so in September of this year, 2023, I was visiting Minneapolis, and I knew that Serena Partridge, who's a well-known song leader, was based in Minneapolis. So I looked at her website and found out she was doing a song circle in Powderhorn Park while I was there. And I really couldn't pass up the opportunity to sing with her in person. And I even dragged my skeptical friend along who ended up really loving the experience. So at the event, Stephanie, who's the project lead on See Others, announced this project, and I got intrigued. So because I love the idea of creating a community style recording project and then sharing it for free. So I applied to be a song leader, even though I live in California, because I do have deep roots in Minnesota. I grew up there, and most of my family and some longtime friends are there, so I visit regularly. And I decided it was worth making a special trip to attend the recording session, which was amazing. It was a really amazing experience.
Wow, Eileen, again, very inspiring. And knowing what I know about you, this is so part of what you do is bringing people together and inspiring them with
Oh,
your just beautiful talent.
oh, thank you.
Next question I'd love to ask is how did you write your song and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, so this song, Beacon, it actually came from my reflection to the question, what is your purpose? That arose in a leadership training I was in many years ago with Rockwood, where we both work. And what came to me in answer to that question is that my purpose is to be a beacon of love and light. And so that was the seed of this song. And the song actually is just 4 lines. It says, I am a beacon of love and light, my purpose here in this life. May I shine a light to show the way to healing. May I shine a light to lead the way to love. So I really believe that by being love and light, we can lead by example. I'm definitely not perfect at this. No one is. So this is kind of an aspirational and an inspirational song to help me remember my purpose in life. I actually recorded this myself in 2019 as I was learning to use multi-track recording software and in my little home studio here. So layering the song and adding instrumental textures and rhythms and really allowed me to flesh out my ideas. And now I'm super excited to have it recorded as a community song, which is like a really different way to hear the song. Yeah.
That's amazing. And if anyone embodies love and light, Eileen, it is you for
Oh,
sure.
thanks. Sweet.
Last question for you. Tell us about your musical journey or anything unique about your musical journey.
Yeah, so I've had a pretty long musical journey. It started with playing the flute when I was 11 years old. That was my first instrument. And then when I was 17, I taught myself guitar. And I learned to play electric bass in my 20s and played in a few rock bands around the Twin Cities. So I've always loved music. It's in my blood. You know, my mom and my grandma both played the recorder in a small chamber music ensemble. My mom still does. So I grew up listening to that as well as like the popular music of the 70s. And interestingly enough, I used to think that I couldn't sing. And then it was really like more in my 30s, I realized, oh, I can sing, and I had to let go of like the perfectionism. So at that point, my songwriting really took off. And I wrote a lot of songs that were like pretty singer-songwriter, confessional style, inspired by plenty of love and heartbreak and self-reflection. And then I started performing around the Bay Area. I moved here when I was 29, the San Francisco Bay Area. And then in my early 40s, I went into the studio and recorded 2 professional studio albums. And then as time went on, I kind of lost interest in performing as a solo artist, but I've been continuing to sing and perform with some other music ensembles. So one of them is called Ahamele, which is a Hawaiian music ensemble. And I've also been singing with the Reclaiming Spiral Dance Chorus for many, many years now, which I really love. And I've continued to just write songs and have found my songwriting kind of evolving from my earlier confessional style to songs that come from a more spiritual place. And since I've discovered this movement, this community singing movement, a lot of songs in this style have just been like coming through me from spirit. Yeah.
That is so beautiful to hear. And having heard you sing, I always get the vibe of the great women folk singers like Joan Baez,
Hmm.
Joni Mitchell. Like I've heard you sing, and you have your own voice, but it's definitely that same energy and vibe. Like
And
I don't
those are definitely inspiration. Those women are definitely inspirations for me, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you probably know Janice Ian,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, I love
Suzanne
her.
Vega, like
Yep.
all those Judy Collins, all those really great women folk singers, and you are part of that, Eileen.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm just so happy to have been part of this recording project. It's really unique and I love it. And I actually kind of hope to learn from it and maybe try to do something like that here in the Bay Area in California. So sometime in
That
the future.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eileen, for answering all the questions so beautifully.
Thank you, Ruma. And yeah, thanks to everybody who's out there listening.